Hi, this is Josh here at Veteran Roof Treatment. We're up here in Reston / Herndon, Virginia today doing a safe cedar roof cleaning. As you can see over on this side over here, we've already put our solution. We use a citrus-based mix that opens up the pores of the cedar and then allows the steamed oil that we have in our mix to actually soak into that cedar and rehydrate the cedar shakes, which is really so vital for the lifespan of the cedar shake roof. As you can see, it's all low pressure being put up there. What we do is we put our solution up on the roof, we let it dwell for a period of time. What it does is actually kills the fungus and bacteria, because we have the fungicides and algicides in our mix to actually kill the white rot fungus and the other infestations that are actually in the roof that are deteriorating it and adding all of the moisture to the roof that adds to the fungus and bacteria. And then with the citrus being in it, it opens up the pores of the cedar, and then the steamed oil is allowed to soak in and rehydrate that natural 3% oil, which is so vital for the lifespan of a cedar shake roof. The UV actually pulls that moisture out of the roof and dries the cedar shakes out. And then when they begin to crack and those sorts of things, that's when you start getting the fungus and bacteria in there. And then for a lot of the homeowners in this area, you start seeing a lot of things like British soldier lichen, for instance, that only grows on decaying wood out in the woods. But because of there being so much fungus and bacteria on the cedar shakes on the surface, it tricks that fungus or that lichen into thinking that the wood is decaying and grows on the surface. And then you have a bigger issue, because there's a lot of algae and those sorts of things that actually are on the surface that's a food source for that lichen. So what we're doing is safely low pressure, no damage in high pressure whatsoever. That's a huge no-no for cedar shake roofs. As you can see, we're not walking all over the cedar shake roof with those damaging bear claw shoes and spraying it with damage in high pressure. So all things that you don't want to do. Another thing that you don't want to do is cedar, once it starts to dry out, it begins to curl in some cases. And what we see a lot of people having done is that people are going up on the roof, and instead of knowing about opening up the pores, rehydrating the cedar shakes, using things like not paraffin oil, which is very specific. The National Cedar Shake and Shingle Bureau specifically states not to use paraffin oil on cedar shakes, because it is not a cedar shake specific oil, and it has no benefit to it whatsoever as far as the cedar shake roof is concerned. It doesn't rehydrate anything. All it is a surface oil that looks good for about 4 months, and then it just washes off. It has absolutely no benefit whatsoever. And then what they'll do is they'll go around and either staple or nail the front of the cedar shakes down to keep them from curling. What happens once we put our citrus-based mix on there, it actually rehydrates those cedar shakes. So 80% of the cedar that's actually hooking up will actually lay down naturally because of them being rehydrated. And then once we rehydrate that 3% oil into the cedar shakes, every time you have it cleaned, you extend the life of your roof about 10 years. That's why a half-inch cedar shake roof should last you 40 to 60 years if maintained properly every 7 to 10 years, which is just normal maintenance for a cedar shake roof. But if you would like to have your roof or your cedar shake roof safely cleaned by the area's only trained and certified cedar shake roof cleaning company, give us a call at Veteran Roof Treatment at 434-286-2961. Or if you have any questions, you can always check us out at veteranrooftreatment.com. Thanks a lot.